supervisor here at Busch Gardens. Over here is my lovely assistant supervisor, Corey. He works here in SheiKra. We're just going to give you guys a quick behind-the-scenes look. Before we get started off, I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple background information. So, SheiKra was built back in 2005. It was manufactured as Volunteer Mavillard, better known as B&M. We have a very good relationship with B&M. We are number 3 of 3 coasters that they have here at Busch Gardens. Although our most recent one that was built is SheiKra all the way out at SeaWorld San Diego. We have a long storied history, all the way since back when we built Kumba back in 1993. So listen out for that 30th anniversary. So when SheiKra was built, it was the tallest, steepest, and fastest dive machine roller coaster in the whole world. It was also the first in North America. And since lost those titles to our sister coaster Griffin at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, although nobody can take away first from us, and that's where it is in my heart. SheiKra is 200 feet tall. That's actually the first element you're going to see on the ride is our 90-degree, 200-foot drop straight down. When you get to the bottom, you're going about 70 miles per hour. When you pull up into our loop, you're pulling 4.5 G. That is more force that you're feeling than you would feel on a space shuttle launch. So we like to say we're pretty forceful. Our loop is a 148-foot tall inlet loop. As it goes through, that's going to come out and go through our 360-degree carousel. That's going to pull into our 108 mid-course brake run. That's at the top of our 138-foot underground through a tunnel drop. It's going to go through there under our water feature, around another turn, through our splashdown, which is one of my favorite features. If you're ever here at night, we light it up. It's really, really pretty.
While enjoying your ride on the street, we ask that you please adhere to the following rules designed for your safety.
That's really tall.
November time, otherwise that is like a private experience. This is one of our trains, so it's downstairs getting its annual maintenance because we are a 365-day park. Most other parks, they're seasonal. They get that full-time couple months where they can really get down and get into the nitty-gritty of it. We don't have that luxury, so we're always running with one of them in maintenance. Right now, we do have two of them in here. That one is receiving a current update to its wheels. This one we put in here special for you guys. We like to call this one our pretty one. A lot of people wonder how do we get the train on and off the track. As you can see, if you look that way, there is no track, just more building. Well, if you look at that catwalk over there, that is our transfer track. That can move side to side, the train's on top of it. That will come on over with the train on the red track. Once that lines up with the sort of railings in here, these tires right here are going to move it back. There's actually little wheels in the side of what we call the chassis, that's that big, most of what you contribute to the coaster. Those are there only for use inside of here. Otherwise, it's running on those yellow wheels. Alright, let's have a look at some of the mechanics. Obviously, if we want to get all that potential energy, we're going to get you up real high. So we actually use our chain lift motor to get you up there. We use a system called chain dogs. We actually have 3 of them here. We got one in the front and one in the back. Their only purpose is to get you up. They're going to engage with that chain that you see going up the middle. That's this big hunk of metal right here. That's how we get you up 47 degrees, 205 feet, all the way to the best office in Tampa. Honestly, on a good, nice clear day, you can see all the way to the Skyway Bridge. Even if it's not a clear day, you can clearly point out Amalie Arena, Raymond James. It's the view spectacular from up there. You don't have to be standing up there. That's why we have you spin all the way around in a horseshoe. It's a spectacular 360 degrees of Central Florida. Entire 20,000-pound weight of the whole coaster rests on this, just to make sure that you are getting on the edge of your seat. It's that anticipation feeling that you're gonna feel. If you're in the front row, the world's gonna stand still. If you're in the back, hold on tight. Slow you right on down. Once you slow down to a certain point, these big pads here on the side, those are our friction brakes. This is what's gonna bring you to a full and complete stop. That's those little clamps that you're gonna see. You're going to see those on basement 6 wheels. That's a lot of wheels that we have here. We're arranged into 3 groups. On the bottom here is a typical of every coaster that goes upside down. These are called uplift or up stop wheels. Here on the side, we call these guide wheels. Guide is on the side. Ha 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 ha. Pretty easy to remember. On top, we have these road wheels. This is what the coaster's actually going to run on. These wheels can spin for days. 3/4 of the way through our annual maintenance. They're just making sure every part gets checked, every I gets dotted, every T gets crossed. You want to make sure the ride is completely okay before we use the stairs. Let's put it on the curve. So right here, we do have an excellent opportunity to show you as to how the locking mechanism works. So underneath the coaster, there is spring clamps. They're going to hold the coaster in a locked position. Those seats in a locked position unless it is in a station and they're powered to unlock. There are pneumatic pistons inside the station that do that. So you'll see here there are 3 different holes. There's one big one right here. There's 2 little ones right here. This big one right here. This is what we call a key. That's what this little bar right here is. That's going to engage the ratchet right here. That's going to sit in the middle right in there. We're going to engage.
Something gets stuck up there. We're going to take that trolley all the way up to the top and try and get the guys out. Give that a feel. She's got weight to it, no doubt about it.
60 pounds.
That's what we have to wear the entire time while we're going up and down those lifts, completely down. It gives you a full view of underneath. You see all the doors. Put your tires and everything. A lot of these green guys you see down here are going to be our photo people. We have cross switches on the left.
This is Evan. He's one of our lovely ambassadors. As you can see right now, he's got his hands on to allow that train to come into the station. There is no motion allowed within either station that's anywhere of the brown side, unless there's hands on up here and hands on down there. So control panel is in charge of lots of different things up here in the ride. They're in charge of making sure the ambassadors downstairs are doing their job correctly, in charge of running the brake sheet, communicating with leadership, and communicating with guests using our PA system. So typical dispatch, the train is going to come in, those floors are going to come up, those gates are going to close, and then those seats are going to unlock all by themselves once everything is safe. After a little bit, the ambassador over there on the left is going to open up those gates with a control button they have down there. That's their controls.
This is so similar in terms of the way it looks. I know obviously the systems are different.
We're both B&Ms.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
So they'll open up those gates. We'll let them on. We'll be looking at those ride restrictions, making sure people are following the rules. When we're ready to lock, there's a button over there on the left that's going to unlock. That's going to lock all 24 seats. In order to unlock them, we need to hold a separate unlock button down. If that's not being held, they're going to relock all by themselves. If we ever unlock a row, we need to recheck that row. Once those seats are all locked, all those ambassadors down there are going to individually check all 24 seats. They're going to make sure they're all okay. When that's all done, they're going to go back to their position and put their hands on those finger sensors. They're going to close their gates on either side. When they're comfortable downstairs, when they've given the thumbs up down there, you can see a green button pop up here. That's that station 2 box right there. That's our A-OK to go ahead and dispatch. So fingers on down there, hands on down here. If you ever wave and you wonder why they never wave back, we need to use both hands.
Very good. Now we're about to go get a ride on SheiKra. Let's do this. Alright guys, here we are going to SheiKra. Ready, Sean? Besides my new friends. So nice. Remember, what's holding us, like what the little clicky-clackety sound is actually the anti-rollbacks. That's why it's clicking so much. famous around here, Raymond James.
He said there was a chain here.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's the chain that he was talking about earlier that
There's
holds
the
you.
chain.
Oh, they got the lock flume running. We should do that later.
That's the chain, right?
Yeah, this is a little chain that holds you. Hands up.
I'm literally gonna step out. Oh my god, Natalie!
Second drop. And this is a splash out, which acts as a braking mechanism. Pretty cool, that acts as like a little braking mechanism. Like if it weren't for that, they just fly through this thing and make the brakes a little more intense. See how that was like nice and smooth? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
As the coaster comes to a complete stop,